Who here has ever seen a ghost? Ms. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I see dead people. It's funny, I didn't used to believe in ghosts at all. Then I heard a quote by Anatole France, a 19th century French poet who said, "All changes, no matter how longed for, have their melancholy." For what we leave behind us is a part of ourselves. We must die to one life before we can enter another. Those words really affected me, not just because they resounded with truth, but because I realized there was more to it than that. I had been living with my dead people, with the pieces of dead Jeremy I had left behind. Ghosts of my previous selves, whether they were phantoms of impossibility, wraiths of what was, or even monstrous apparitions of emotional anger. To get rid of these hauntings, we need to acknowledge that they're gone, that they're never coming back. And to do that, I need to eulogize them here today. Let me tell you about a few of my ghosts. My oldest ghost is from when I was 11 years old. We were living in Youngstown, Ohio, and my parents came and told me we were moving to Orlando, Florida. My 11-year-old self could sum up his emotions in 2 words: Mickey Mouse! I was going to be living next door to Disney World. I was going to be able to go to the beach every day. What could be bad? What could be bad? Middle school. I had real trouble making friends that first year, but no problem acquiring bullies. And I began to look back to Ohio and the life I had there, all the friends I'd had growing up. And since that time, whenever times got hard, whenever I was down on my luck, I started to wonder what would have happened if I'd stayed in Ohio, if that version of Jeremy had existed. In my mind, he's this strutting, smirking, confident man who always had friends, was never down on his luck, and succeeded at everything he tried. That ghost built in my head and now haunts me, giving me that excuse for why I don't succeed at times. I need to say goodbye to that Jeremy who never was. Another ghost appeared when I got married. It was a big change. Bachelor Jeremy used to come home every day, plop himself on the couch, and watch TV until bedtime. Clean the floor? Why, it's just gonna get dirty tomorrow. Laundry? Maybe if I need clean underwear. Or I could order that on Amazon. Needless to say, this attitude did not fly with my new queen. Clean the floor. Pick up after the dogs. Wash the sheets. Keeping her happy is a full-time job. The ghost of Bachelor Jeremy hangs over my marriage every day. I fight him off with my marriage mantra. Say it with me. Happy wife.
Happy life.
Bingo. Perhaps my most powerful ghost has been around a lot longer than I even realized. It goes back to high school, but I wasn't aware of it until just recently because I didn't know that it even existed. It was living inside of me, not outside, but had truly possessed me. In high school, for my freshman year, I had been close with a group of guys. Then in my junior year, I took a study abroad program to Israel. 2 months I went away. When I came back, I was obsessed with the program. I wanted to talk about it all the time. I felt very vivacious, but my friends obviously thought I was annoying, and eventually they just stopped hanging out with me, just cut me off. I couldn't believe how much they had changed. How could they do that to me, these guys who I trusted? For years, really until just recently, I harbored bottomless resentment for them. And a friend pointed out to me that it really wasn't their fault. I really wasn't the same person anymore. They hadn't changed. I had. Realizing that monster living inside of me of anger has helped me to understand it and forgive, not just them, but myself. Fellow Toastmasters, I do believe we must die to move into a new life. But ghosts can form if we're not careful. I recommend holding a memorial service for any of your past iterations that may be holding you back. Today, we're here to eulogize imaginary Jeremy from Ohio, who never really existed. We're here to say goodbye to Bachelor Jeremy, who I can exercise every day by remembering how my wife's smile uplifts my soul. And to resentful, angry Jeremy, who always wants to blame others when really he should be looking in the mirror. Who am I? I'm the authentic Jeremy. I'm husband Jeremy. I'm grateful Jeremy. This is Toastmaster.